Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Low Carb Cocktails. Wait a minute, that doesn't sound right. Welcome back to Low Carb Tiki. For the next few videos, I am officially dubbing myself the Low Carb Tiki guy. All right, here we are, the last video of the Tiki season. And to make it a little bit special, I'm gonna do two things. One, I decided to try my hand at making an original Tiki recipe. This is a spin on one of Trader Vic's Tiki cocktails in his 1972 recipe from what I understand. Now this is actually going to be using whiskey. You don't see a lot of whiskey Tiki out there, so I kind of decided to want to play with that. But also I wanted to bring a special guest in today, just for my intro, because you've probably heard me calling out his name quite a few times in some of my past videos, and that's Mr. Bentley. Come here, Bentley. Come here. Yes, you're Mr. Bentley. And Mr. Bentley is ready for Tiki 2. I'm Mr. Bentley. I'm Mr. Bentley. Yeah, Mr. Bentley's ready for Tiki 2. If you watch my bloopers video, I'm gonna leave a link right here to that. That was my 100th video. And there's a lot of me screaming at Mr. Bentley because I used to film this in my kitchen and the dogs would play and bark and everything while I'm trying to shoot. So there's a lot of me yelling at dogs, a whole segment on that. And Mr. Bentley is usually the starter of all that stuff, instigating with the other dogs. So I just want to introduce Mr. Bentley. As you see, my wife thought it'd be kind of funny if they got him a little matching Tiki shirt for me. So guys, let's go ahead and get started with this cocktail. All right, we can go now. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty and making our final cocktail for our 2020 Tiki season. This cocktail I'm calling the Smooth Paradise. We'll kind of go over why we're calling it that name. Mainly because we're using country smooth whiskey. That's why I'm using this whiskey. Is one of the reasons I'm calling this the Smooth Paradise. There you go, Smooth Paradise. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I mentioned, this is a spin on Trader Vic's cocktail, which he basically riffed himself, I guess, or stole Don the Beachcomber's recipe, some people say, for the Mai Tai and claimed it as his own. There's all kind of battles back and forth on who created what. But basically, in my opinion of reading what I've read, he tried to man up Mai Tai by using whiskey instead. So in that cocktail was called a Honi Honi. Now it's a really great cocktail. I've had several of them using Country Smooth and they tasted really good, but I decided, what can I do to put my spin on it, to put my low carb spin on it, besides just using some sugar-free syrups? How can I make this my own? So this is what I came up with. So let's go ahead and get this built. So in your shaker, we're gonna add 2 ounces of Country Smooth whiskey. And there is 2 ounces. And next we're gonna add some orange liqueur. This is my sugar-free triple sec. You can check out that video right here. Since then, I have tweaked the recipe just a little bit and I changed the sweetener. What that did is it brought my carbs down to 0 grams of carbs because I use allulose. And I have a link in the description below where you can pick up some allulose on Amazon. It is an affiliate link, does help me out, so thank you. So here, we're gonna add a 1/2 ounce of orange liqueur. And next we're gonna add a 1/4 ounce of orgeat. So you kind of see the Mai Tai coming along, spirit, orange liqueur, almond syrup. This is Monen's sugar-free almond syrup, or orgeat, as it says on the bottle. So next we're gonna do is we're gonna add a 1/4 ounce of grenadine. Again, using a sugar-free syrup, Monen's sugar-free pomegranate syrup. So all of Monen's syrups have some carb counts listed on the back, but they did send me a data sheet saying there's less than 1 gram of carbs. So I'm saying 0 because that's kind of what it was implied to me. It could be 0.9, I don't know. But I was told basically it's 0 because I asked, are there net carbs? They told me no. So we're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of our grenadine. And this is where my little spin comes in because grenadine's not normally in a traditional Mai Tai. So just a little bit of this. Next, we're gonna be adding a 1/4 ounce of a brown sugar syrup. And this was made with Swerve, so 0 net carbs on this. And again, not much, just a little bit for that deep, dark syrup taste that you get from a brown sugar that you don't get from a simple. 1/4 ounce of our brown sugar syrup. Last is our lime juice. So we'll be doing 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice. This is gonna have 1.5 to 1.75 grams of carbs. The best information I can find on lime juice is 2, some of them say 2, some say 2.5 grams of carbs per ounce. So I've got a 1/2 ounce out of that part. And there we have 3/4 ounce. So that's it. So we go over this again. Country Smooth Whiskey, 0 grams of carbs. My triple sec orange liqueur, because made allulose, 0 grams of carbs. Monin's sugar-free orgeat, 0 grams of carbs. Monin's sugar-free pomegranate, 0 grams of carbs. Lime juice, I'm gonna have 1.75 carbs. We're going to high end of that. And what was the other thing? Oh, the brown sugar simple syrup. We have 0 grams of carbs in this. So let's get this out the way. So in the very last ingredient, you hear me talk about local all the time. There's a great local bitters company here in Louisiana, in South Louisiana, New Orleans to be specifically, called El Guapo. And they have this really nice bitters that I love in my tiki called Polynesian Kiss. The ingredients in here, passion fruit, guava, pineapple, coconut, and spices. So it's basically tiki in a bottle of bitters. Nice stuff. So love that stuff. It's pretty strong, so 2 dashes, yeah, first dash, nothing came out, so 2 dashes of our Polynesian Kiss bitters from El Guapo. So we're gonna add some ice to this. And we're gonna give this a good shake. All right. Now, if you've not heard me talk about shaking before, basically what you want to make sure is that you've built up a nice frost from condensation on your tin, and it's pretty cold. Once it gets like, hey, I don't know how much longer I can hold this, you're pretty much done. So from here, we're gonna get ourselves a rocks glass. So in a rocks glass, we're gonna get some fresh ice. And we're going to strain our cocktail into here. And there we go. And for garnish, we're gonna do a couple of orange wheels. I'm gonna slice them pretty thin, as thin as you can. I want to set them in a glass this way and one on the other side. And we'll add a sprig of fresh mint. And I love some mint. And there you have the smooth paradise. And you have to say it that way. You really do, because if you don't say it that way, it's not the same. It's just not the same. So let's go try this out. If you like whiskey and you like tiki, you're gonna love this. The Country Smooth is such a good whiskey for making cocktails. I find I'm gonna be using this 99% of the times when I'm making cocktails. It's absolutely a wonderful, wonderful whiskey, and especially in this cocktail here, in the Smooth Paradise. So guys, man, that's just, I can't get over it. You got some of those Mai Tai flavor profiles, the almond, the orange liqueur, the lime juice. You get that tiki vibe, but that whiskey just brings a whole nother level. It takes that sweetness that you normally get out of one, because it's rum based, and rum's a pretty sweet spirit. It tones that sweetness down, but you still have some of that really nice sweeter flavors with the syrups. So this is a wonderful cocktail. If you want some tiki, but you don't want too much of a sugar bomb, this is a great, great cocktail to try this. As always, thank y'all for watching. If you like my videos, give me a thumbs up. If you give me a thumbs down, I'm cool with that. But in the comments, tell me why. And not just because I'm fat. I had that comment once. Duh. Yeah. I personally don't follow a low-carb diet strictly. I do my wife's watching. She's on the keto and the low carb diets. She does all that stuff. That's why I do this for people like her, people like you guys who are on those keto diets. So you can enjoy a great cocktail without all the sugar, without being kicked out of ketosis, without your macros spiking up because of all the other crap you have. So that's it, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank y'all for watching. And until next tiki season, aloha. Yeah. Oh, this is good. Whiskey tiki. Yes. Whiskey tiki.